Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most important topics in dating, red flags you should never ignore. Here's the truth. When we like someone, it's easy to overlook warning signs. We make excuses. We think things will get better or we convince ourselves we are just overthinking. But here's the problem. The red flags you ignore in the beginning are usually the reasons the relationship ends later. So, in this video, we are going to talk about why red flags matter, the biggest warning signs in early dating, the subtle ones people often miss, and how to protect yourself from toxic patterns. I'm Brian Navy. Stick with me until the end because I will also explain the difference between a normal human flaw and a true deal breaker. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why red flags are so important. Think of dating like a job interview. In the beginning, people put on their best face. If you're already noticing negative behavior early on, that means it's likely to get worse with time. Here's the key. Red flags aren't always obvious. Sometimes they are subtle behaviors. Sometimes they show up as patterns. And many people ignore them because chemistry, loneliness, or hope. But ignoring them can cost you peace of mind, time, and emotional health. So, my advice is simple: don't rationalize, don't ignore your gut. If something feels off, it usually is. Now, let's dive into specific red flags you should not ignore. The first one is emotional unavailability. Emotional unavailability shows up in many ways. They avoid talking about feelings. They are inconsistent with communication. They only reach out when it's convenient for them, or they disappear for days without explanation. What this really means is simple: they are not ready for a relationship. And here's the mistake people often make. They think, if I just show them love and patience, they will change. But emotional unavailability is not something you can fix for someone else. If someone isn't open, if they're not willing to let you in, you'll always feel like you are chasing their attention. That's not healthy. Now, let's talk about the next major red flag: control or manipulation. This one often starts small. They criticize what you wear. They question where you are going. They make little jokes that don't actually feel so funny. At first, you might brush it off, but here's the truth. Controlling behavior rarely goes away. It usually gets worse. Another form of manipulation is guilt tripping. They make you feel bad for spending time with friends or family, or they twist situations so you always feel like the problem. Pay attention. Healthy partners don't control you, they support you, they celebrate your independence. Another red flag is inconsistency. They say one thing but do another. They are affectionate one day, cold the next. They promise to call and don't. They tell you they are serious, but the actions show otherwise. Mixed signals keep you confused, and confusion is not love. A partner who truly values you will be consistent. Their words and action will align. You won't be left guessing where you stand. If you're always questioning their feelings or chasing their attention, that's a red flag. Now, let's talk about disrespect and boundary violations. Disrespect shows up in many forms: talking down to you, ignoring your boundaries, making you feel small in front of others, or dismissing your opinions. And one of the biggest red flags of all is someone who doesn't respect your boundaries. For example, you say, I'm not comfortable with that, and they push anyway. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Without it, trust crumbles. If you notice disrespect early on, don't ignore it. It will only grow worse with time. Now, let's shift gears and talk about online dating red flags. In online dating, there are specific red flags you need to watch for. Someone who refuses to meet you in person after weeks of talking. Someone who avoids video calls. People who are vague about their life, job, or background. Or anyone who asks for money or financial help. These are all signs of dishonesty or worse, scams. If someone is truly genuine, they'll want to meet, connect, and be transparent. Remember, protect your time, your heart, and your safety. Now, let's make an important distinction: the difference between flaws and deal breakers. Flaws are things like they are always late, they are not great at texting, they are a little messy. Deal breakers are things like disrespect, dishonesty, emotional unavailability, control. Nobody is perfect, but there's a big difference between an imperfect partner and a toxic one. Know the difference and don't compromise on your deal breakers. So let's recap. The red flags you should never ignore include emotional unavailability, control or manipulation, inconsistency and mixed signals, disrespect and boundary violations, and especially online dishonesty. If you see these signs, don't brush them aside. Your peace of mind, your happiness, and your future are worth more than that. Remember, red flags in the beginning are warning signs. If you pay attention to them now, you save yourself from bigger heartbreak later. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this message.